Yone and Yasuo are two sides of the same coin, which is to say, they're pretty damn similar, but not exactly the same. You see, even if on the surface they have very similar abilities, their role and function are almost opposite of each other. Yone, as League's only assassin skirmisher hybrid, is mostly focused on hit and run tactics. He goes in, kills and goes out. Maybe can finish the target off with a few extra autos. All of his abilities are designed with that goal in mind. His Q is similar to Yasuo Q. It's almost copy-pasted code. It's a narrow AoE thrust that counts as an auto attack, and when it hits twice, the next one will be a knock-up tornado. Yone's third Q is both a dash and a projectile that he shoots after the dash, both of which act as a knock-up, so you can use this to go in and prevent the enemy from retaliating for 1.5 seconds. The W, as is the case with Yasuo, is mostly a defensive ability, though not nearly as impactful as Windwall. Spirit Cleave is an AoE slash that deals a percentage of the target's max HP as physical damage and magic damage split 50-50, and hitting it gives Yone a small shield that increases in size proportionately to how many champions you hit. Then there's the big, flashy ultimate that the Int brothers, I mean Wind brothers, are known for. Yone R is a big magic damage carpet knockup that deals tons of magic damage and groups up everyone you hit. Not conditional, as it's a simple magic damage skill shot that can be used anytime, but it's a bit slow and difficult to land by itself. That's why the third Q is so important, because landing it guarantees the magic damage ultimate right after for a magic damage wombo combo that deals massive magic damage while the enemy is CC'd. Did I mention that it deals magic damage? Because it does. Now for the thing that makes it all work together. His E, Spirit and Bound. He dashes a short distance to the target direction and for 5 seconds gains ramping movement speed while leaving his real body behind. During this window, some of the post-mitigation damage you deal to champions will be echoed to them as true damage when he goes back to his body. Engaging without E is practically suicide, as you won't have any way out other than your main engaging tools, one of which needs to be stacked first. This E may remind you a bit of Zed's ultimate, which is also an in and out ability that echoes the damage you deal after a duration. The big difference is that Yone's E, strong as it is, requires him to go back to his body after the 5 seconds are up, no matter what. Unless you tank a Morgana Q to the face, then you'll be standing in place long enough to get an AFK warning. So in short, he is at his best for those 5 seconds and then he's out. Let's be honest, Lilia deserves better. Now remember when I said you could get hit by Morgana Q? If you can time the E well, you could go back to your body and avoid stuns like Twisted Fate's gold card. You can E back at your body and you'll be unstoppable. Need to get out of Veigar cage? No problem, you're out. And then when it comes to Zoe Bubble, you don't even need timing. All you need is popcorn to watch her cry as you completely cleanse her sleep. Oh, you thought it was over? We're just getting started. Here to talk to you more about Yone is the funniest League of Legends YouTuber you've never heard of, Benasaurs.
Thank you, Mimino, you are too kind. Did you know that Yone gets 2.5 times the amount of crit chance just like Yasuo? Even if Shield Boat is now a no damage tank item at this point, Yone gets 50% crit out of it instead of the usual 20. When you are playing Yone, the more edge the better, therefore he builds Infinity Edge right after. This gets him to 100% crit with 2 items, 30% enhanced critical damage, and shreds you like how Obama shredded his birth certificate. Also, a fourth of his auto attack damage is magic because he is a demon slayer. Even then, through all the BS that this champion has going for him, he still has a 50 to 50% win rate through all ranks, which is honestly pretty balanced for a champion with a lower skill floor. He has a 50% win rate in Diamond and beyond, which makes sense for a champion with a high skill ceiling and outplay potential. How do you explain this dissonance? These people! Even if Yone has everything and more to be a ridiculous, broken champion, he's still squishy and relies on landing his stuff to actually deal damage. Picking good fights is not exactly the average Silver's expertise, especially when it comes to waiting for the enemy to blow their cooldowns. Silver Yone players will jump in headfirst into 5 people thinking they're playing Jarvan and get one shot, even if they do land everything. Oh, and don't even get me started on Yasuo players. Actually, do get me started on Yasuo players, because I just made a video on Yasuo and it's actually pretty good, so make sure to go check that out after you're finished watching this video.
Right, thank you Mr. Saws. Now I think it's pretty clear why Yone is broken and useless at the same time. He's Schrödinger's overpowered, pretty much. You see, the concept of quantum relativity states that matter that... Well, remember when I said Yone was similar to Yasuo? Check this video that Benasaurs made if you want to understand what Yasuo does and how he's different to Yone in many ways. Hope to see you there and thank you for watching. Cheers. As the cat cannot be observed, in quantum physics, it would be alive and dead.